Good afternoon, children. Today we are going to discuss improvement in food resources. Okay, why we need food? Why do we need food? We need food for our survival. In fact, all living organisms in this biosphere need food to obtain energy and body building. The food supplies carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, proteins, and minerals. These constituents of food are digested in our body and then release energy for doing work and raw materials for body development, growth, and health. Okay, children, the two major sources of food are plants and the animals. Now, next we are going to discuss efforts to improve production of food grain. Why we need to do efforts to improve production? The main reason is population. What is the main reason? Population. Our country is second populous country in the world. What is the population of India? The population of India is around 1.35 billion. Okay, 1.35 billion people are there, but area wise our country is in 7th number. For this much population we will require about 240 million tons of grains. Okay, grain production per year. In order to produce such an enormous amount of food grain, we need extra land for cultivation. Cultivation, like more land is required, and already intensively cultivated land is there, and because of this cultivation, children, ecological disturbance is taking place. So what we can do, we can increase our production efficiency. In place of increasing the land cultivation, what we can do, we can increase our production efficiency. Increase our production efficiency for both crops and livestock. Efforts to meet the food demand by increasing food production have led to some successes so far. We have had the Green Revolution. Children, what is this Green Revolution? The Green Revolution was mainly founded by M.S. Swaminathan. We also call him what? Father of Green Revolution. The Green Revolution in India refers to a period. This period is what time? Between 60s and 70s, when Indian agriculture was converted into an industrial system due to the adoption of modern methods and technologies such as the use of high yielding variety seeds, tractors, irrigation facilities, pesticides, and fertilizers. But children, one thing, there was a drawback of this also, of using these things. Okay, the drawback was also there. Modern agriculture practice has resulted in many other related problems, such as depletion of soil fertility, increase in soil salinization. What is salinization? Means deposition of salt, soil and water pollution, nutrient imbalance, emergence of new pests and diseases, and above all, the environment degradation. Okay, children. So this was the drawback of using these techniques. So we have to find out both the thing that production would be more, and there's no degradation of these things and no degradation of environment. But more was there that time. We also had this white revolution. What is this white revolution? The white revolution known as Operation Flood. And who was started this white revolution in 1970? Dr. V.J. Kurian. Okay, Verghese Kurian. What was the name of that person? Dr. Verghese Kurian. It was an initiative by India's National Dairy Development Board and was the world's biggest dairy development program. It transformed India from a milk deficient nation into the world's largest milk producer. You know, children, where they started in Anand, a small village in Gujarat. This Amul is there. Okay, so they had given the name of that factory Amul. Now, what is sustainable practice? Just now we had discussed we want production, that we improve our crop yield, but we don't want to destroy our environment. So, what we call that, both the things are there, what do we call that? Sustainable practice. What is this sustainable agriculture or sustainable practice? Sustainable development is development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. What does this mean? That whatever we are going to do with the land and for growing crop, it is not going to disturb the soil and all, so that future generation they face any problem. Sustainable development is important as it saves nation budget. Okay, not very costly, fulfills the need of people, conserve natural resources, help in the coordination between the natural resources and people, and conserve natural resources for future generation. So what is sustainable agriculture? It may be defined as the practice of farming and production of maximum agriculture yield to meet the needs of present generation without endangering the resource base of future generation. Is this clear? So we are now follow this sustainable techniques. Okay, children. Now, improvement in crop yield. We are going to discuss improvement in crop yields. The crop we are going to divide in three general categories according to the commercial classification. First is food crop, second fodder crop, third is commercial crop. In this we are going to discuss food crops and fodder crops. The food crops give us carbohydrate. You are seeing the picture. Food crops give us carbohydrate like wheat, rice, maize, millet, sorghum provide us what? Carbohydrate, and we get energy from carbohydrates. Next is protein. The pulses such as gram, pea, black gram, green gram, pigeon pea, lentil provide us protein, and this is also a body building food. Next is fat. We get fat from oil seeds such as soybean, groundnut, sesame, castor, mustard, linseed, and sunflower. Children, you are seeing these seeds. We get what? Oil, and from oil we get fat. Next is vitamin and mineral. From vegetables and fruits we get vitamins and mineral, and they protect us from different diseases. Okay, children. Now, fodder crop. Fodder crop generally we grow for livestock. These include barsim, Sudan grass, or oats raised as fodder crop for livestock. Okay, children. Now, we are going to discuss about crop on the basis of seasonal variation. On the basis of seasonal variations, the crop in India can be classified in main two crops, Rabi crop or Kharif crops. Okay, and for crop, children, for plant, this is very important. 2-3 things I would like to tell you. First is photo period. What is this photo period? Means amount of sunlight required by the plant. Why plant requires sunlight? Plants require sunlight for two things: for photosynthesis, and for also light also affect their several processes related with growth and morphogenesis. Okay, children. Growth of plant and flowering are dependent on sunlight. Based on amount of sunlight required, crops are divided into two: kharif crops and rabi crops. Children, you know the weather is climate or season also very important. Like some crops, like rabi crops, I am talking of rabi crop. It is a winter season crop grown from October November to March and April. We grow it in sow the seeds of rabi crop in October November and harvest in March April. What are the example? Wheat, barley, gram, peas, mustard, linseed are rabi crops. Kharif crop, it is a rainy season crop, okay, grown from June July to September October. Like in monsoon season we grow it and harvest it in October, September, October, and after that we grow what? Rabi crop. But children, when we harvest rabi crop in April, what happened? From April to June, the land is without plant. Is this good? No, because we want to produce more and more things. So we are growing there some plants of watermelon, cucumber. So this summer season crop we have given the name Jad crop. What name we have given? Jad. It is not given in your book. ZAID. And children, what is the difference between kharif and rabi crops? I am going to tell you. Kharif crop, okay, these are grown in hot and wet condition during monsoon season. These are sown in the month of June and July. These are harvested during the month of September, October. Examples: rice, maize, groundnut, cotton, soya bean, green gram, etc. Rabi crops, these are sown in cold and nearly dry condition during winter season. They require less rainfall, less water. These are sown in the month of October, November. These are harvested in the month of March, April. Example: wheat, barley, mustard, pea, linseed, etc. Okay, children, thank you. Read the lesson carefully.